Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner Albert Campman. Youngstown State, pole vault. The only thing I don't like is when they do it in meters. I have to get out the calculator.
Yeah, I don't know the meters either, but I know somebody who's good. And congratulations to Wyatt Lefker set the Penguins record at the Harrison Dillard Twilight at Ball and Wallace. Any record we like to clear, we had to put on the show. Congratulations to pole vaulter Wyatt. Freshman too, so they're going to have him for years to come. Also in track and field in high school, the Mahoney Valley Athletic Conference meet once again dominated by McDonald. They've done it so many years, George, decades. They said for boys and a decade for the girls. Coach Lou Domovic, congratulations to you and your squad. Connor, symbolic distance runner, 3,200 meter and 1,600 meter runs came through, and also Anna Guerrera for McDonald girls, also in a distance. Congratulations to all the great runners from McDonald. George, we said that many times on this show. For a small school like that, they get it in the running events. They truly can run.
They run. Like when we were over there, I'm talking to the kids, and basically their day was spent working on sports, where it was running in the morning and afternoon for cross country or evening, or it was the basketball guys who go to football, and then whatever it was. It appears there's a culture there, and athletics is very important. It's not frowned on, or, you know, it's not, you're not cool. These guys, they're cool when they participate. It was interesting what Dimitrovic said about beating the kids up.
Yeah.
That's a straight, I mean, I understand what it means. He's talking, you know, not literally, but at the same time, he's putting them in 3-4 events and like that, and you just wonder. I'm sure he's done it long enough that they'll be fresh by the time they get to Columbus or wherever.
Yeah, he tapers them to a point of this is the best we can do right this moment. That's what great coaches do. They do the workouts to make you go this way, and all of a sudden, those hard workouts take you to a fever pitch, and you're at proper time to run your best race, do your best jumps. And McDonald's done that forever.
Oh yeah.
They prime themselves for this meet at Western Reserve, and when you win for decades, you know the kids are in that school, so we got to get this done.
Yeah,
they're talking about, you know, like some schools.
Uncle Jim won it.
Yes,
Uncle Jim won it. Cousin Lou won it. We're going to win it.
Yeah, it is a family town.
Oh,
we looked at that when we were there too. That saying Aunt Julie ran the mile.
Yeah.
And cousin Sally running the mile.
Yeah, it was interesting.
And they stay there. They do it forever. And so congratulations to the McDonald's boys and girls as they continue their dominance in track and field. Also, we want to mention Madison Skelly, the Austin Fitch pole vaulter, with her tremendous jumps at the All-American Conference Red Tears meet. She jumped over 11 feet, puts her in the top 10 in the state. Congratulations right now. Everybody's getting ready for that state meet, George. It's that time of year.
Pennsylvania, not even 2
weeks.
You'll be down there less than 2 weeks.
A couple weeks coming up. So track and field is big at this time of year. College, we have YSU in the area, dominant team.
Oh.
And now we got McDonald in high school. And good luck to all you competitors as you get ready to hopefully bring home some medals from Columbus.
Yeah, it's quite an honor.
Oh, no. Especially, like you said, the state of Ohio. That's the way it works. And when we look at track and field around this country, the records are being broken at all times. And you just never know when the next young kid's coming through, George. It's going to dominate. Let's look closely at the sprinters and the distance people in this area. I know there's some great throwers and great jumpers also, and we'll cover this later on as we move into the track and field state finals.
Yeah, it's a good way of saying it. The records are going to fall.
Yeah, they are.
This weather's just not cooperating. Here we are, you know, I was saying to Greg, in the middle of May, we're getting April weather. I mean, we need about 10 days of warm weather. These kids can get out there and, you know, get feeling good and feeling loose and then pop one.
Yeah, and for track and field, as long as the wind's not blowing, the runners can handle anything. That's the big thing. If that wind's blowing in their face and they're struggling to get through the wind, that's the problem.
Albert, how about this curbstone code? Did they have this Joe DeRosa, 42-year official?
Yes, and think about that.
I'm trying to figure out when you would have had to start.
The big thing in that story when he got up and spoke, and it stood out to me, George, was the shortage of officials. There's no officials today.
Well, no, they're playing Thursday night in Pennsylvania next year. Football.
They have to, don't they?
Have to.
They get the officials.
Canadian officials.
Yeah, and there's more officials over 50 than under 30. And when that occurs, we are definitely in a shortage. So you people watching the show, you want to stay competitive in sports. You want to be a part of what's going on in the state of Ohio. Get your officials in all sports. I know volleyball is short,
No.
really big time.
Same guys do the JV and varsity and volleyball.
They have
that's
to.
just automatic.
Yes, and the big sports, basketball and football, they're really looking for young kids that have that competitive edge, are in shape, know the rules, and want to be a part of something.
Good point.
You know what's happening, George, though? The great young ones,
Great to college.
Great to college. Yes.
I have a young kid. Now, when I say kid, he's probably 38. He's doing Division II. He's like one step away. And he goes in a week, and he may go to Mansfield. He may go to Westchester, but he's close. And he, this high school, first of all, they're underpaid. I mean, I know throwing money at a problem, they always give you that with education. Right. We get that. But at the same time, the abuse from the fans, verbal, and they're looking at it and saying, you know what, I told you a couple of weeks ago, the ticket taker makes the same amount.
Yes.
Why go through it?
Do the ticket taking.
I watch that lady at Butler. She has one arm in her coat before that clock hits 0.
Yes.
Now, I know you don't have to love the game and this
Right.
and that, but at the same time, come on.
They do make the same money. That's interesting. And George brings up a good point that in today's world, it's got a lot of things get better, but that's not one of them.
No.
The parents and the relatives they truly believe the officials are the reason for losing. They're down there, and they're not just saying you stink anymore. They're swearing. They're bringing their family into it. They do everything they can. That's another reason why those young officials don't want to take that abuse. They don't want to get involved in it.
No, it's not worth it. Like I said, double the price or something. We observe the officials, and certainly nothing to that. But I see some good ones, but I don't see many young ones. Think about it.
Right.
Where we were this whole year. How many young ones? That one kid that played at Slippery Rock, the coach's brother, and a couple other guys, but there aren't many. They're looking, they're saying, I'm not putting up with that. Or they're like Greg Evans going right to college, and he's probably one step away from ACC, Big Ten, and then you're talking 4,000 or 5,000 a game.
He's a local kid from Hermitage, has moved up the ladder.
Quickly.
And that route is the route it seems like young people are taking. They go into the Division III first, and then they try to move to Division II. Make work.
Well, I see Westminster. I see Division III, and I always think they're pretty good. Division II, it gets a little rough, but it appears that's what this PSAC wants, because those games seem a little rough. Well, we took Coach Slocum over there, and he couldn't believe how rough they were.
Yeah, they're rugged. It's a tough game to referee. There's no question about it. But they get paid. They get paid so much more money. They'd rather, if I'm going to get abuse, I'll take a lot bigger paycheck to get it done.
Yeah, you made a good point, and you had a stat in there. There are more over 50 than under 35.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Yeah,
and District 10 is worse. I think their average age up there is 54.
They're offering classes now. That's one thing they're trying. They're trying to do it right. They're trying to invite kids, boys and girls in. We are seeing some good women referees though. We're seeing more women referees.
I'll tell you,
good.
We only have a handful over there, but the ones we have are good.
Very good. Yes.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, very good. That's no doubt.
Yeah, I see them. I think, you know what? They no problem doing a boys game.
Not at all.
With two guys.
That's changed immensely.
Yeah, no problem.
Their relevance and their ability to do the game
you see what
is just as good.
The president of the NBA said?
No. Once more.
Half.
Once half.
Women.
I knew he wanted more.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the number was.
He said he wants half. I mean, that'd be pushing.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Because you want the best referees. And if there's a woman out there.
And one thing in that NBA, they're fit. You can say a lot about those NBA guys.
They know they have to be.
No bellies.
I don't think they can be. I think they get thrown out. I mean, they would be out. I mean, I really believe it's an unwritten rule that if you come in, if you're not a chef, we can't.
Well, when they were heavy, I'm on them from the minute they get out there because I don't want to hear it. I'm not playing anymore. I get it. Don't ruin my game.
That's a tough one because some of the best referees with judgment and knowing what's going on and making are heavy. And you want to say to them, if you just lose that weight, you'll be the top official in the state because you know what you're doing and you know what's going on.
And there is something too. We've discussed this, and it's not a prerequisite, certainly playing, but it helps. Like if you've played that game, like there are classic plays in those games where I go over, you get a rebound, and I knock it out. Well, if I knock it out, you're getting the ball anyway. I'm not putting the hand up. And the guy didn't play doesn't make that call.
Yeah.
He'll call the foul.
Two things that you're right, George. Number one is recognize advantage, disadvantage, and not blowing the whistle when you don't have to. And number two, anticipating what's going to happen because you've seen so many games. You know, the great referees I've read, and Gene Starr taught, they study ahead of time. If this team's going to be a zone team,
They know who the
a man-to-man team.
They know who the ref is. Like the jockeys in there, they're looking at the form. They know the 4-horse goes out.
Yeah, they do.
They can't let the 4-horse get away. No, you're right. All right, let's talk NBA. Conference final. Boy, if you'd have said Portland, I think you'd have. Who? Now, Golden State. No, let's talk about Portland and Golden State first. Those two guards of Portland, you can't be much better.
No, they're very good. Now, if Durant plays, is the series over? If Durant doesn't, I'm thinking it's at least a decent series. But I'll say what, when Durant doesn't play, they're 31-4 without Durant. Yeah. So
well, you know what happens?
Curry and Thompson pick it up, you know.
We talk about this. Ball moves more. There's a little more whatever cutting there is. And therefore, because what happens, even though they don't play that James Harden hero ball, it ends up that because they end up throwing the ball to KD.
Oh, yeah.
And when they do.
That's what happens. There's no question
it ends
about
up,
it.
you call it's ISO ball, but it's
different
not.
kind of ISO.
It's not that look at me ISO ball,
Right.
but it's still ISO ball.
And that's NBA because the shot clock takes that. It tells you that. It has to.
Yeah.
I mean, the clock gets to 17 seconds. You can't run 3 flex cuts or it's going to sign it.
Yeah. And how about Philly last night?
Go.
Letting the shot clock go off 2 points behind.
That's what happens.
Albert, it can't.
I know, but you can't say it can't.
They
couldn't get a shot up. They couldn't get a shot. I mean, it's easier said than they can fire one up. And
Yeah.
they can throw
I'll
one
take
up.
that.
That's what they have to do. But that's what.
But you can't have.
Right. I know. But what's the name? I was laughing because George and I talk about it all the time, and we laugh because how much I hate the NBA. They're talking about Leonard's shot. It was George would call me and say, "Can you believe the last shot?" When it goes in?
Yeah.
No, it's the worst shot you can take. Dribble down into the right corner.
Deep in the corner and kicked out
when
of
it goes
bounds.
in, it makes it look like it's a good
rolled
break
around. Now God put that in. He's done something good in his day. Because it hit all sides of the rim.
Yeah, he has a soft touch to it.
Oh, yeah. How do you see the West? Now, Durant calf strain, I bet he's got stem 20. I wouldn't be shocked tomorrow night if he's out there.
I don't think he'll be back tomorrow night. I don't think so. I had this.
Thursday?
I had the same injury, and it's really bad. It's so painful.
Well, I saw him. It looked like he stepped on a nail.
It looks like Achilles.
All right, so
I'll be shocked if he's back. Let's put it this way. They're making a mistake because he could get hurt instantly again.
Okay.
And I think that's the key. They don't want him to be hurt for all the way out.
Think they could sit him both home games, figure they could win them?
I know they can. They just beat Houston.
All right.
I Houston on the road.
All right.
Yeah, Portland's a fourth place team.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Lillard and McCollum hit 80% from three, but they aren't going to. This is the Golden State Milwaukee final.
That Green, he'll be at his Bogarting best, trying to intimidate that kid from Gonzaga. You know what I mean? He'll be throwing.
Try, but Collins is a good player.
Oh, yeah. He's going to be really
talented
good.
Kid, yes.
Now, how about the other side? Milwaukee. What about rest and rust? I would be leery of Milwaukee with having all that time off. I know what kind of team they have. And you saw in Boston once they got that, whatever that first game nonsense was out of their system. They've got to be rusty.
Yeah, they will be. They will be. But I just think they're better. And so they've been the best team in the league all year. It's going to be Milwaukee and Golden State.
But I'm going to say something here. I think they're going to give Golden State all they want if it's the seventh.
Do you think so?
Honest to God, I think they're better than people think.
Okay.
They have more shooters than people think, and they have an ace.
I hope you're right. I want it to happen. I
don't want them to go 4.
I want it to happen. There's no question about that. But when you look at Golden State, they've got 4 All-Stars. They got four. They got 4 players. What can you say?
How about a guy's 36 points and a half? 0 at halftime. I mean, at halftime, you'd have been saying, "Get this Curry." What's he? Of course, he had a little bit of foul trouble, which sometimes that throws people off.
The over-under was 33.5, and everybody bet the over. And they said at halftime, Vegas was laughing. He had no points.
They thought they had him.
They said bad beat of the year.
He had 16 of that.
They started fouling him at the end of the game too. So
yes. No. When he goes to foul line, it's almost funny, because it's not going to move the net. When he shoots it, the ball's going to come right back to him. You know what I mean? With
he
that
can do over and over. He doesn't need a rebounder.
No. I saw one the other day on YouTube or Twitter. This little girl, she plays for college. Her dog was rebounding. Well, first of all, she's making them all. So all he had to do, he just bump it with his nose right back,
Right
to her.
back to her.
It was terrific.
That's
And I
awesome.
thought to myself, I said, that's quite a
That's a
dog.
good story.
That's quite a dog. I said, but then the more I thought about it, she wasn't missing any.
That's funny.
Like they were coming right through the net. That's a little easier to rebound, right?
That's great.
I used to tell my guys, I'll stand the safest place in the world, right under this hoop, because I know you dudes aren't making it. They used to, hey,
laugh.
Major League Baseball, we knew this was coming. Yankees and Boston. Well, they weren't going to be 3-13.
Yeah, people laugh. I mean, when we say it all the time, I'll say it again. It's a marathon. Don't think today what's going to happen.
What are we
tomorrow.
at 1/4, Al? 1/4? Are we at
I
1/4?
don't think we're in a quarter yet.
Not yet?
Are we? I don't
Pretty
think
close.
so. You think we are?
Yeah, I'd say mid-30s, late 30s.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty close, but it's just a long
No,
year.
don't get excited.
162. Geez, oh man.
And how about Boston? They start clubbing that ball.
They're hitting now, yes.
Yeah.
They weren't hitting it all early.
No, and then Sale got some people out twice in a row. Mm-hmm. So
But their pitching staff's hurt.
yeah.
So that tells
it's
you
going
that.
to be Yankees, them, and Tampa, 2 for 3. Of course, it could be the wild card, too.
I think so, it would be. Right now, that's the way it looks like.
Yeah. And we gave you Minnesota now. Remember that.
Yeah, Twins are playing great ball. They've had
Detroit's not playing badly, though, are they? For what we thought going
Detroit's
in.
playing good ball, too.
Yeah,
Surprising about Odorizzi, though. See, you don't know when that surprise
That's
is
3
gonna
in a
step
row,
up.
right?
You don't know when that surprise is going to step up. And he is such a bad year last year.
Oh.
Everybody's writing him off, and now he's pitching all-star ball. So you don't know injuries. Injuries come out and crop and get you in the face. So it's just a long year. You better have depth, and that's what the Yankees and Boston have. They can bring in players off the
And let's
bench.
talk about Tampa Bay. They're the antithesis. They use openers.
Yeah, and
Poor Glasnow.
he's hurt too. So that's
But Albert, is he been hurt?
No.
So this is
no, he has been hurt before,
Yeah,
minor legs,
yeah.
but I'm just saying he hasn't been hurt in Tampa
And this
Bay.
is minimum 6, they're saying. Minimum 6 weeks.
Yes.
That's not good.
No, but it's going to happen to other teams too. It's happening.
I
What
saw
what depth
Smoltz
you have?
yesterday. Smoltz and Pedro talking
both
about
sharp.
kids throwing. Albert, you had to see it. I mean, about throwing their shoulder open and not pitching too young and waiting I'll tell you what, Albert, it was a tutorial.
Yeah, they know their stuff. They really do. If you want to learn baseball,
That
pitching,
Pedro Martinez.
Pedro's sharp.
I'm going
Smoltz
to
is
tell
sharp,
you.
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. You could, like, if you said
Really
to me,
sharp.
get me 2 guys, I'd say, Albert, get those.
Yeah, I agree. They
I
really,
watched, and I'm like this.
and people laugh at them to the analytics, think they know nothing.
Yeah.
I've seen the analytics just go right and just disregard those two
No.
like they know
Well, I'm
nothing.
gonna tell you what,
I'm on the other side of that
it'd be
so
a
far.
mistake.
I listen to everything they say.
And then Cleveland out there playing the A's. Even when the A's are lousy, they're tough at home.
Especially on weekends.
What is it about
They're-
Saturday afternoon in
Yeah,
the A's?
they're great.
What is it?
Yeah, they win all the time. I don't know if it's the lag, the jet lag, or whatever.
Somebody out there partying or something. The visiting
Interesting that
team.
we could write these scripts all the time. Every year it's always written the same thing. Certain teams win certain times.
Yeah.
But that's the bottom line is, again, it's a long year. And George says the money's going to speak about August, where the teams that are in it
Yeah.
are going to go out and buy. They're going to buy 3 players.
Someone's going to come hard for Vasquez.
Yeah, 3
And
players.
I mean, they might be able to get a starting pitcher and 2 players.
They should. They have to. They can't give them up without it. Yeah. there's
Would
no
that?
question. They have to.
We'd have to give them up, wouldn't we?
I would. I said all along. Don't wait too long.
Not us, but I mean, if you
If I'm
were
Pittsburgh, that's what I do.
you're a
I get 2,
Pirates
but I
fan.
need 4. I want the 3.
You
I
don't want anybody just pretty good.
I
I
know.
want a major league contributor.
Yeah, I want 2 major leaguers, and I
Yeah.
want 2 great potential players. Because he's the best right now in the baseball. He's the best closer.
When he comes in, I just get a smile on my face.
He's
When,
the best
when he
closer
comes
right
in,
now.
I just look and I go. Now, there's other guys before him, not so much.
Yeah, Crick's good, though.
We like Crick.
Crick's a good
We
player.
like Crick.
Yeah. The bottom line is you can't pitch 2 days in a row. And that bothers me. That's the rule in Major League Baseball. You're not pitching 2 days in a row.
You know, it's funny, too. Guy throws a no-hitter the other day, 132 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how they'll throw it out the window
He's one of those guys they didn't care about. See,
if he gets hurt.
he's their 5th pitcher, and he thinks, okay, so what? We'll
gets
get somebody else out there.
Hey, Altuve's hurt again.
There's a lot of injuries, I told
And
you.
you know what they do to the baseball.
Injuries.
How about them in that park of theirs? Those balls,
That's a little-
sometimes they go
that's a
out
little
of the
park.
Sometimes they go out over the roof.
Yeah, that's such a little park.
Boy,
Jeez.
best at National League Central. That league Pittsburgh's in.
It's a good league.
Pittsburgh, nothing wrong with Pittsburgh's team. And you get the Cardinals, and you get the Cubs, and you get Brewers, and even the Reds. The Reds are not off.
Not terrible this year, no.
No.
It's a good, strong leg. And up and down. Cardinals win 5, 8, lose
Yep,
6.
yep.
Cubs lose
What
7,
the
win
Pirates,
6.
they get murdered 9,000-0 the first game. So you're thinking, here we go again. We're going into St. Louis. Don't they come back and have 2 or 3 come from behind wins?
Yeah,
that was a great series for the Pirates.
No question. You don't go into St. Louis and win 3 out of 4.
No.
Pittsburgh especially. They're famous for going there and losing 4 out of 4.
You're
So
right.
that, so that gives them a little confidence.
Yeah.
Arizona just swept them at home. Now they go to Arizona. We'll see what they do there.
Those
Once
boys-
again, it's a new game every day.
Yeah, those boys can hit. Arizona,
it's a
they go
new
to work.
game every day.
NFL rookie camp. Team's getting a quick look. They're looking at their future. Boy, Pittsburgh, did they throw some money at that kid from Michigan? Of course, they're all slotted, but I mean,
they are.
I think 11 million bonus.
Yeah, the slots have changed everything. So the money has changed. 20 years ago, this would have been unheard of.
Now, how about Bell and no-show for the Jets? You went a good way to
surprising,
impress
is it?
your new teammates.
But
Good
doesn't
way to
surprise
impress
anybody.
your new coaches.
Doesn't surprise anybody. But the best part of it, the coaches expected. I see. I could not coach. I know I could never
Imagine
laugh.
us saying, "Hey, Al,
That's okay. It wasn't voluntary.
Oliver's not coming in, Al." What?
Yes.
They
said
were
that's
voluntary.
okay.
Remember, they did negotiate that, though.
But I'm talking about the coaches.
Oh, yeah. No, they're
I
set.
could never coach because they have to bow down to the
No,
players.
what are you going to do? Fight them? No. I mean, it's that simple. Like someone said, they're this Vogel. What would he telling LeBron?
Yeah, I know.
What's he telling LeBron James?
Yeah, LeBron's the coach there, so
Yeah,
I don't
we
care
know that.
who they hire. Doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. Calling these works voluntary is just short of having it in like an 8-hour day, time and a half, whatever. It's a union thing, right?
Yes.
Okay, so no sense even talking. Over-unders are out. I don't think I've ever seen one go 4 to 9.5, the Browns.
Yep, and everybody's betting them over too. So everybody thinks the Browns are the big hit in Vegas. That's what
What are
they
you
have.
saying? I mean, it's early. I'm just, your thought.
Well, I think they're over. I think they
Me
do. I
too.
think they're that good.
Just too good.
Yeah, I think they are the Rams.
I heard a guy say the other day, call them the Rams, and he also said he named one of their defensive guys. He said, he might be the worst guy in the defense. And it was
They've always been good defensively, though.
Yeah.
And now their offense is caught up
Yeah.
with the players
And they're not going to
signed.
just do, they used to make those back-breaking turnovers, where they
That'll be
first
the key,
and-
though. That
Yeah.
will be the key.
Yeah.
If Mayfield does not throw the ball to the other team.
Yeah, and I-
That'll
How about
that'll
Freddie
be it.
Kitchen? Could a guy with no experience handle it?
Well, it's still a player's game.
What's your thought?
I think Freddie Kitchen has to be a good coach. You're in the NFL. I don't think it's not like he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, it's like this Vogel. So we're not saying he doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
All right.
The big thing is that he start off 0-2. Can he
Yeah.
explain to the media?
Yeah.
Explain to everybody we're gonna be fine.
Okay.
We're gonna be fine.
The Hockey League, St. Louis and San Jose, Boston, Carolina. What are you seeing?
Well, first of all, Boston's a favorite in the.
Will they make
East.
short work of Carolina?
Carolina's good at home, so
Okay.
they can go home.
They
with-
can't drop one at home.
Yeah,
Then they'd have to win 2 in Boston.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
have to win the next 2.
Okay, how about St. Louis?
St. Louis and San Jose is a toss-up, and San Jose held their home ice the first game.
They're 8-3 at home.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up series,
Okay.
no question. San Jose on points alone
Okay.
is better, but that St. Louis has been playing hot hockey for a long time.
Preakness is this week. It can be bad. How many
horses are running this?
8 or 9, I think.
Okay.
Unlike the Kentucky Derby, where 20 horses, chaos, rain, name it, it happens every year. We don't even try to handicap it.
No, if you had old Country House or whatever his name was.
No, you're playing numbers.
You're talking about a guy that knew much more than me.
No, you're playing numbers.
So it's a 65 to 1 shot.
No, but I did.
He can only win the Kentucky Derby.
I went back and got the form. And I said, well, I missed this one.
Yes. What did his form say?
Awful. No, believe me, not with horses like that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some good. Baffert had several good ones
Right.
in there.
None of Bafferd's horses even came close. It's all trip. And he said all 3 of his horses got bad
Hey,
trips.
how about this? They gave Louis Sias 2 weeks off.
Did they?
Yeah,
Because of
they
it, huh?
benched him for that. And the key was that I was upset about there was no inquiry. Till he objected. That thing was going on as finished.
I think he knew though. I'm more.
No, he got off sheepish.
I'm watching the interview.
Yeah.
And his voice really tailed off.
'Cause he thinks that's gonna cost him.
I think he knew that this is going to be one of my
He's
greatest blunders
Remember
of all
I told
time.
you I think how good he is. He's right here. He's not quite the Ortiz brothers or whatever. And I think he thinks that's going to cost him.
No,
money.
I think it should. It should. That's a Kentucky Derby.
Can't let that
He
horse
just-
get
if he just-
away.
If he just steadied that horse in the right lane,
Yep.
he wins the race.
Hey,
Yes, uh-huh.
the money after the Derby, you think there'll be a lot less bet?
I know there's going to be a lot less.
Just because
not from
of
me.
spectators
Not
alone?
from me. Just reading and listening.
Okay.
This is sure thing that
Okay.
the casual bettors, we'll bet a Triple Crown guy, a horse they really like.
Yeah.
There's no horse that everybody's in love with.
There's
right now.
no
pizzazz horse. There's
yeah,
no,
curiosity
Yes,
factor.
that's it. That's the word.
Like my lady friend, she might have watched that if the same one.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because everybody's saying, I know somebody said, well, Country House stinks, that's why he's not running. Would have been interesting if he ran, to find out, does he stink,
Yeah.
or maybe he's
Yeah.
coming on strong.
Believe
you know?
me, he doesn't. You can't win that race and stink. No, let's talk about NCAA football. We're a couple months away. I find out the other day they're having a week 0 like high school. Miami and Florida are playing August 24th.
That's sweet.
That's early.
Yeah,
you know where I'll be that night.
We're always big on early
The
games.
second game's Arizona and Hawaii. You know where I'll be. I'll be up to 1 in the morning. I know right now.
Hawaii loves that game because they're ready.
Yeah.
And usually the team coming in isn't.
Yeah, yeah. You got to watch you don't get out there and hit too many luau's.
Yes.
Because the next thing you know, you're down.
Happens all the time.
21-7. Hey, NCAA hoops. I don't know what they're doing with these corruption trials. I just know there's way more to it than we're finding out when they have Creighton on film or tape paying. I'm in my mind thinking, you know what else I think about? What's Auburn football doing?
Yeah, that's right. We know that. We know that. I truly believe that's why Beeline left. I think Beeline went to the Cavs just because he said, I'm not putting up with this recruiting scandals anymore. I'm not putting, and I think he also for his money.
Yeah.
He wanted more money.
He's set for life.
Yeah, set for life. So that caught me. But I just think recruiting has become a real headache for guys who are honest. They're thinking, I have a chance to get this kid.
Remember the story you
And
had
out of
about Beeline?
nowhere.
We had a Beeline story, people. They have hour workouts, and he went 61 minutes in one day. And the next day, he told the manager put 59 on the clock.
That's how honest he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said there's 2 guys who wouldn't cheat. Him and Bray are the most honest guys in college basketball. The other 99,000.
Yeah.
Well, if there's money.
Not so much.
Yes.
Hey, the things that came out, these slaps on the wrist don't seem to be, there's more to it.
Oh, I know.
Would we be naive to think?
I'm a very I'm trusting person. I truly believe the NCAA, who's run by college basketball, their whole money structure, they don't want the NCAA basketball to go down the tubes.
Okay.
So, George.
Just find out.
If-
Just
if-
give us
if
enough,
it's-
put the
if
lid
If
on.
it's heading towards Calipari or
Okay.
Coach K or whoever,
Yep.
take it back the other way.
All right.
We don't want to know.
A couple minutes left. Lakers get a new coach. Jason Kidd, A2 Brute.
Yeah, I know.
He's not, like the guy on the radio said, he said, he'll stab you in the front. He doesn't stab you in the back. He said, I'll give him credit. He said, he'll stab you in the front.
Yeah, he'll be the head coach about halfway through the season.
No, we know that.
That's what I'm thinking.
Don't we know that?
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. Fogel's a really good coach, but really, we're not joking. LeBron's running that team. No. We're not. He ran in Cleveland. He's running in L.A. It's just a fact.
Now, he took
That's the way
3
it is.
years. Lou wouldn't. Thoughts on that? Because they gave Beeline 5 at the Cavs.
My thought is Lou overvalued himself.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, he's getting his checks, though.
Yeah, he overvalued himself, thinking I got a chance to coach the Lakers for 3 years instead of 5. What am I thinking? I still get this big, gigantic money.
Yeah,
I don't know why we do that.
They're clearly dysfunctional, the Lakers. I heard it was she was listening to Kurt Rambis' wife, and Phil Jackson, her old boyfriend.
Yeah, right down the line. Right down the line, yes.
You talk about a business that needs
And you see how they played and what happened, and then they got that ball involved. I mean, right, everything went dysfunctional.
He'd be my first guy. Would he be your first guy
If
out?
I was Fogel, I'd say you're
You and your
You're
dad
gone. Yes.
hit the road. Because
Yes.
they said they think Jason Kidd will work his dad to stab,
Jeez. That's what's going to help him out. Stab the guy in the back.
we got a minute left. Over the weekend, one of the old timers in boxing. Every time you put HBO on, let's go to Harold Letterman. Well, Jim, I got it 39-38. He passed away over the weekend. He had scored more than 1,000 fights.
Yeah, he's a name synonymous with boxing.
Yes.
And if you watch a good fight or a bad fight, he was there. That's just the way it is. He's one of those guys in boxing that you
Synonymous
hear the name,
with the sport.
it's
Yeah.
him.
Hey, thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.